Yo, welcome to DevPhase. In this video, we're going to be talking about Python and how to set it up, and then talk about variables. So you guys are probably wondering what Python is. So Python is a very popular language that is used all around the world. It's a cross-platform type of language, so you can use it in places like Windows, Macs, and Linux. Python is also very beginner-friendly. Because unlike the other programming languages, its syntax is structured like the English language, and it's very easy to read. Python can be used in many other parts of development. It can be used as server side for web development. It can be used on the software side for making games, and even writing basic scripts for ethical hackers. So before we can start learning about Python, we have to make sure it's installed in our system. So all you have to do is type in this Windows logo down here, type in command prompt, and inside your command prompt just type Python. And if you get this error right here, that means you don't have Python installed in your system. So what you have to do is go to python.org/downloads, and here it's going to say downloads latest version for Windows. It's going to say download Python 3. Or whatever version it is. Mine's 3.8.2. Yours could be 3.9 or whatever. Just click this, and it's just going to download this .exe file. So just click it right here, and do the install now. And since Windows is weird, there's the Microsoft version of Python, but it's not up to date sometimes. So this is a better way of installing Python. But to use Python in like the editor that we're going to install later, you're going to have to add the Python 3.8 to path so that you can find it. So you just click that, and then you can just say install now, and just wait for it to install. Okay, so we got Python installed in our system, so we can just close this right here, and we can just close the tab, and we can go back to the command prompt and just type in Python. Oh, so we've got to close it. Type in over here, open the command prompt again, type Python, and here it would say your Python 3.8 version, 3.8 or whatever version you have, and it's gonna have these arrows, and that means you have Python installed. So to install Visual Studio Code, just open up a new tab again, click Visual Studio Code, and just click this first link, code.visualstudios.com. and it's just say download stable build for Windows, and it's gonna start downloading this .exe file. So I'm just gonna let this download, and I'll be right back. Okay, so our .exe file is installed, so you just have to click that. Just have to skim directly to this legal agreement, whatever. Say I accept the agreement. Click next. Click next. Next, here create a desktop icon if you want to launch it from your desktop easier, and add these open with code to the files, which should make it easier to open files later on. And then after that you'll be good to go. So just click install, and just wait for this to be done. It should be a pretty quick download. And after that, it's just going to launch Visual Studio Code for us. So once we have Visual Studio Code installed in our system, we're going to have to create a folder where we're going to keep our Python code. So to create a new folder, just click the Open Folder section, and it's going to open up to your Document section. But we're going to have our folder in our desktop. So just click this desktop icon right here. Then you can just right click, say New Folder. We're gonna name it Python code. First, we're gonna have our Python code, and you just click it, say select folder, and VS Code is gonna open up a new editor just for this folder. As you can see, Python code is the name of our folder. This means we're working on that folder. And to create a new file, just click this little page icon here. Just click it, and we're gonna name it hello world.py. So let me zoom in. So this hello world.py, .py means it's a Python file. So the code editor knows it's a Python, and you can run it and do syntax check accordingly. So to save it, it'll open up this new file, and to close this annoying sidebar, just click this Explorer icon again, and it will close it. And to check if Python is properly installed in Visual Studio Code, just type in the print statement, which is telling the system to show the next command. The double parentheses, double quotes, are saying a string, which we'll talk about in a later video. And we're going to type in hello world. We're going to save that, and then we're going to have to run our code. And to run our code in Visual Studio Code, just click this little block thingy, which is extensions. Type in run code. It's going to be a code runner right here. You can just install it, and it's going to work automatically. And once you have it installed, you can just right click, and it's going to be the run code option, and it's going to print our hello world, which means we have Python installed and you have written your first line of Python code. So you can give yourself a pat in the back for that. So next thing we're going to talk about is variables. So what are variables in Python? So variables are containers that hold certain values. So if we type in the word message, we're initializing a new variable. We're going to create a new variable, and we're going to say equals, which we're going to put a value inside the variable, and we're going to set it to the string hello world like we did previously. And then to show the value of the variable, we're just going to say print, and we're going to print message, and we can save it with the Control S option, and let's just run the code. And it says hello world because the variable message that we put in the print statement equals the hello world statement. So when you name variables in Python, you can start with letters or underscore, but you cannot start with letter. So if we have the variable one message equals hello, so we're setting the value of hello to this variable, and then we're going to try to print or show the value of one message. We're going to save the file again with Control S, and we're going to run the code. And if you come down here, there's going to be syntax error, invalid syntax. This means that we did something wrong, and it's highlighting this saying there's something wrong with this, and it's because we have this one in the front, this number, and you can't have that in Python. You can't also have spaces in Python, but to deal with spaces, you can just say message but underscore age. That's just saying this is a space, but you can't physically have space. So if you have like miss, but this is page, it's gonna have an error. But if you have the underscore, let's save that and let's run it with this message right here. And if you run it, it's gonna say hello world and hello. So thank you for watching the first video of this Python course. In the next video, we're going to talk about strings and other data types, and we'll start talking about function, so some of the cooler stuff of Python. So thank you, and see you later.